What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Let's go ahead and take a look at XRP, guys. Yesterday, we were talking about the Adam and Eve formation, and this absolutely played out, guys. So I was getting a few questions, actually, over DM and also in the comments, asking about this formation itself. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you just the measured move on this, right, guys? So you want to go ahead and take a trend line right up here, just to, before we get ourselves into the targets expected here on this upside. Take that trend line, right, just like that, and what you want to do from there is actually apply that trend line that you just kind of drew right to this point here, right, top side to the bottom side, and apply it to the bottom of this area here, and that would give you your implied move to the downside, right, guys? So this was expected to go down to around $1.97, and you can see here the price actually reached all the way down to the 195.21, and that marked off the bottom side and completion of this formation. So all good, right? So it definitely had a good hit rate on that aspect. Okay, guys. So now this one is indicating a potential of downside continuation from this particular chart, this iteration, whatever that must have been, Quantum Corp. In this case, guys, I don't think that's the case on this side, because I do believe that we are getting ready and setting up here a short-term upside here that's going to be a relief bounce based on the macro closures that we just got, being the monthly and the bi-monthly. So we're going to go ahead and go over those top-side targets right now. I just want to go ahead and explain to you what could be catalyzing that upside here based on just probability basis here on the formations, right, guys? So this is a descending broadening wedge that has really, guys, inside of crypto trading and into equities too. Traditional risk on assets. This actually has about, measured for me, guys, I would say anywhere between 85 to 92% success rate in its batting average here, right? So this absolutely has credibility, and this formation is set to actually make its top side take profit target be on BTC here to around the areas of $90,061 with 38 cents, just about, right, guys? So I drew the zone up here just so that we're kind of aware over what could be happening here, right, guys? So we're going to go ahead and go over just after this, right, the targets for XRP, because some of these targets are absolutely being shown not only based on the bounce and retracements of those candles, but also through formation analysis. Okay, guys. So in this case, yes, I am observing the potentials of this upside here. The reason why that upside target is there is because usually this formation, the rules, right, to this formation is that you take profit from the genesis of the formation itself. So that genesis would be right up here, guys, and that would be highlighted at this point here, right at that 90,088 with 67 cents, right? Now, if we go back into the XRP chart and take a look at a couple other things, you know what? I think I may, yeah, this one here, guys. This is the chart that we put out just yesterday, observing the potentials of a bounce, right? We did notice that in the class, guys, this was actually part of my master students. So, more a reason for you to try to become one of the master students here. So I was explaining to them the areas of possibilities for a bounce to the upside, and I noted down here that this would be one of the zones and this would be a second zone. That zone was marked off at 194.92, and if we just get rid of everything here and we look at the low on this candle here, we actually reached down to an L right here, right? The OHLC on top, that shows that we reached 195. So, guys, that was that was literally 0.0008 cents off of the target here that we ended up getting towards the downside and then bounced away from, right? So very, very impressive. Now, what I am going to show you here, guys, is actually that there is a buy formation in line, and that could lead towards a resistance level somewhere up here. So we're going to go ahead and go over that, but I got to tell you that this is yet again another banger, guys. Alpha LITE is absolutely on point right now. Take a look at this. This absolutely fired the signal at the closing of this bar, and now we're starting to break out, guys. So this is just pretty damn massive, right? Heads up, right? We got that sell-off signal right up here at 260s. This thing ended up just recovering that buy right here, cover that position, right, and then sell again on this side right here, guys, and then we just got another buy signal on this side. So, guys, this is looking like there actually could be a pretty nice upside. Aside from that, looking at Alpha LITE through the eyes of BTC, I want you to kind of pay attention to this, right, because this upside here was was just around a 3,000 point move to the upside on BTC. And now here again, right, guys? So this buy signal to this sell signal, that was around 3,000, 3,000 points. This one's 2,500-ish. This one's around 3,000 points. And what I want to mention is that we just got a fresh buy signal on BTC as we're breaking out of this formation. That's already good, right? So giving us the average of the upsides here between these iterations, 3,000 to maybe 3,500, 2,500 to $3,500 is that average. So if we kind of just put this, put the measuring tool here from the closing valuation of where the signal fired off and kind of measure what it is to that $90,000 target that we're talking about, well, that would actually show us, 6.35% move to the upside. This measuring this iteration down here from the closing valuation to the sell side, which could be right about here, right? That would be right there. So it's about 5% to the upside. And this one here would be just about another 3%, guys. So yeah, I do think that there incrementally, this is actually increasing its rate of gain here. So there is some confluence here. And I am noticing that there could be a continuation to the upside here. And very likely starting a breakout process and validating those supports. Okay, guys. So make sure to get yourself the Alpha LITE, guys. This knocked it out of the park here, right at the top end of your right hand of your screen right up here, guys. Okay, and other than that, I guess I will be able to display to you also that this is the Alpha 1, right? This is the auto trader, guys, and this is trading SEI, right? SEI on USD, right? So this is against the USD on Kraken, and notice this is just closed out a trade right now of over $650 for the last about hour right here, guys. So this was an insane move from the auto trading system, and that one too, guys. Make sure you get to choose, right, whichever one you want. I'm going to go ahead and put the link right up here again, right? So that's the one for the for Alpha 1, and the other one was for the Alpha LITE. Okay, guys. So let's go ahead and go over those targets right now because I do think that I have some value to show you here. And how is that going to be? Okay, so if we're observing here at 89,000 to about 91,104, and we're observing the probabilities of landing towards that center bound at $90,000 based on a formation that has a very, very high strike rate here, statistically speaking and historically speaking, well, we have something else kind of building with an XRP that could introduce that potential towards the upside as well. So let's go ahead and speculate on this, right? We're getting a little bit of a downside in here, but I expected that to happen. Now, what could be happening here is that there is potentially an inverse head and shoulders being built in the more immediate short term, right? We could be seeing this, we could be seeing the shoulders here, right, and the head. So if we start to measure the take profit or the price objective on this formation itself, right, it would be something in line, I would say just about like this-ish, right, just to put a quick little guess here and take a measurement of your, from the neckline, this being the neckline, to the lowest part of the head, apply it to the right-hand side of your, shoulder here, and you're already getting a target of around $2.40. Okay, that's curious already because we were observing the potentials of a continuation to the upside here into the areas of about $2.50. If you actually notice here, this would be a target of, guess what? Look right up here. Look at the cursor. $2.44, completely confluent with what we were observing. Okay, guys. So that also means that BTC could be putting in a move that could be equivalent to that. Look at this, right? We got a little bit of an inverse head and shoulder there as well. So if we go ahead and measure that too, let's go ahead and just kind of put out here this the neckline, just like this, right, guys? And then this would be the price objective, and applying it here, guys. Yeah, this is taking you right up to the areas that we were kind of observing already, right? Potential 92,467. I got to say that it's going to be a little difficult for us to get into this resistance, right? That's what it's implying that it's going to do, because this is the take profit target for this formation itself. Okay, guys. So now we have psychology and we absolutely have statistics. Again, some technicals here to play for the upside. Well, let's go ahead and take now some geometrics, right? Let's put another mathematical thesis against this and see if we can knock out a 618 or 272 somewhere along these top end targets, right, guys? So we're going to take here, we're going to do a little bit of a swing high to swing low here, and guess what? Take a look at that 2 spot 618 golden mean right at the 89,929 out of the 90,088 that we're observing, right, guys? Very powerful stuff. Look at the 272 at 89,001. This is 89,003, guys. Come on. And man, look at that, 92,004, right? And this is 92,006 at the 618. Man, this is geometrically compatible, guys, and looking very good. Now, what I want to point out here is that the price action is currently reverting right now, right? Take a look at that time frame. It's coming right back in, and guess what? It's coming back into, right, guys? There could be a bounce here pretty damn soon. I'm going to finish this video immediately here, but take a look at that, man. This thing would be bouncing right from this zone in here, which is the golden pocket between the 0.618 and the 0.382 Fibonacci ratio, right, guys? This would create a bit of a spring towards that upside. And guys, I got to put out a little bit of bearish news here, is that yes, we are getting a very, very nice pump to the upside here. Anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. But say, for example, this thing busted out to beyond $92,400. Closing a daily time frame above $92,400 for BTC would mean a complete recovery for both XRP and BTC, guys. And that would be upside and new all-time highs and all that good stuff. But I got to tell you that it's going to be very difficult to get over these targets. I do expect BTC and XRP to make a nice move here. I do think that a 240 to maybe around the areas of 250 for XRP are not out of the question. And that, I think, could be that opportunity, guys, to observe a potential lower valuation from here. Now, the reason why I say that, guys, is because of your monthly closure and bi-monthly, right? This is what you're looking at here. And what you're observing is that pump to the upside that we just kind of put out. That's your 60 to 70% probabilities of getting a 50% prior bar pullback before the continuation. This is a very bearish setup, okay, guys? And bi-monthly, yeah, guys, this, if you know anything about stock trading, this is a shooting star formation, right, guys? And that usually signals downside. At least to come back down and check out this the lows of this bar, create a little bit of a peekaboo below that 170, 172, 173 area, right? And then retrace, continue towards the 50% of this bi-monthly bar, which then eventually would take us to around $2.67, guys. So I do think that we may actually have some consolidation here with a big with kind of a big range, something along the lines of like this here, right down to that 173 from that upside that we're getting right now, up to the areas of about even it would be like 290 to maybe even maybe 270-ish, 270 to 290, right around there. And then we would kind of consolidate in here, right, guys? This would be the chop zone here that can take some time for us to solidify and then finally finish. Okay, guys, so that's what I'm expecting here for XRP to be doing. And then also, similarly speaking here to BTC as well, we might be ranging here between the areas of around, say, $80,000 to maybe around $90,000 up and down. And that would be the consolidation range here. So what could that do? I guess it could prep us here for a continuation towards a potential downside to find the liquidity pool to pick up the bulls from and then continue. So that would be the shakeout before another upside. So I would expect that the after some consolidation here, a few weeks maybe, we're gonna be sideways trading for a while, guys, in my opinion, right? So I think that after that, we could have a shakeout down to the zones of around $70,000 to $73,000 BTC. You guys already know the 69,007 or whatever that was that we reached at the bottom side there. So around 69,009 ish to roughly 73,000 would be that shakeout area to come back down, test, grab the bulls from there, and then continue on towards the upside, guys. So until we can validate some more, some more catalysts, bullish catalysts, then we're going to be kind of range trading here. Okay, guys. So with that said, I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. Please remember that the algorithms are there for you, and they're knocking out some great trades right now. Okay, guys. But yeah, any questions, you reach out to me. You know where to reach me. Okay, guys. I love you. I love you. I love you very, very, very much, and we'll talk very soon. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell on Monday. Adios, team. Oh yeah.